Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tri-State Council Finance meeting. Apologize at 6:40. I'll ask everyone to please stand for the pledge of allegiance. And if council member Figueroa, allegiance to the flag. To the flag. All right, we'll do a quick roll call. Council member Kelly.
Here.
Council member Figueroa. Council member Steele. Present. Council member Mann. Here. Council member Conley Wilson. Present. Council member Soriento. Council President Mantello is here. We have 7 present, 0 absent. The agenda this evening is fairly light for the finance meeting, but hang on, the regular meeting, we have a number of items. The agenda, we do have a resolution. Should it pass, it will go to the regular meeting. Public forum, would anyone like to come up and speak on this item that is on the agenda? Okay, we'll close the public forum, get right to the resolution, resolution 110. A resolution to commemorate the life of Aline Gamble by designating a portion of 9th Street as Aline Gamble Way. Council President Mantello. Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Gully. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Figueroa. Discussion, I would like to hold discussion, if you don't mind, until the regular meeting. But basically, Mrs. Gamble has done quite a bit of work here in the city of Troy, and we'll talk about that at the regular meeting. And saying that, you know, Kevin Breyer suggested that this would be a great way to recognize a very prominent person in North Central. So many folks know the Gamble family, but Aline Gamble has done so much in terms of dedicating volunteer work and so many other things in North Central and in the city of Troy. And Kevin stated that he said, you know, Carm, after Earl Harrison Way, he said, we're always dedicating things when after people pass away. And how about we do something while people are alive? And Kevin, I agree with you, and I'm just so honored to be working with you on this very important designation. So we will fully get into it at the regular meeting. We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 110 passes. It will now go to the regular meeting, and we'll talk about it then. Thank you very much. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion, Councilmember Gully, is there a second? Second, Councilmember Soriento, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And now the regular meeting, hang out. We'll convene, or we'll start the regular meeting at 7 p.m. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Hello there. Hello there. Councilmember Meg is joining us in 2 minutes here. Awesome. Welcome, everyone, and welcome the Gamble family. Thank you all. Very special night. So that's why we'll open this up and I'll ask everyone we'll open the regular meeting. I'll ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And how about Councilmember? Maria, roll call, please.
Councilmember Deli,
Here.
Councilmember Figueroa, Councilmember Steele,
Present.
Councilmember Mann, here, Councilmember Thomas Wilson,
Present.
Councilmember Sorrento,
Here.
Council President Mantello,
I am here.
all are present.
Beautiful. Approval of minutes. I'll take a motion to approve the minutes from the November meeting. Is there a motion? Councilmember Gully motions. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Sorrento, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, approval of minutes passes.
All right, presentation of the agenda. I do believe Councilmember Gully wants to do something.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, and I mean this sincerely, unfortunately, I have to withdraw resolution 94. Sadly, I have to remove resolution 94. And I just hope that, in the future, that situation can be resolved properly. For now, I need to withdraw resolution 94.
And just so folks are aware, that was tied to a local law. So resolution 94 is withdrawn by the sponsor. You can delete that. And now I will move resolution 110 up to the agenda, and resolution 110, if you could read that, Maria, please.
It's
One
one
thirty.
over, yeah, we amended it.
I'm sorry, it's amended to 110. Sorry.
A resolution to commemorate the life of Aline Gamble by designating a portion of 9th Street as Aline Gamble Way. Council President Mantello.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Gully, is there a second? Second, Councilmember Figueroa. On the discussion, I would ask the council members to join me, and we are then going to ask the Gamble family to join us.
Yeah. Everybody. No.
Just some batteries, no biggie. Our batteries die on the, if we could, while we're waiting for the batteries, ask the Gamble family, have a crier, friends, relatives, come on up, please, don't be shy. What's your name, buddy?
Okay.
I like Carol.
Yeah. I don't mind, I grab two.
Yeah,
Anybody else like to share it? Let us know.
It's what we have in Roger, so, okay.
We're just gonna borrow it, we're gonna bring it back, okay?
I need to check. There you go. Y'all doing?
I'm sorry. What did
What a great night.
No, we're going to look, y'all, no fight, no fight. All right, no, you're good, you're good. Unfortunately, our wireless is not working. What a surprise, our audio in here is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Gamble family. And where's my buddy? Come on over here, Kev, come on. He's so shy sometimes, but he really isn't, okay? Once you get this guy rolling. So as we were saying earlier, you know, we've dedicated a couple streets here and there, and the majority of them have been dedicated after people pass away. And, you know, Kevin, he brought it up after the Earl Harrison Way, and he said, Carm, what about, you know, we start designating some of our streets after people who are alive, who can actually, you know, be around to enjoy this incredible recognition. And, you know, it truly is an honor to know Mrs. Gamble, and we're going to go right around here to introduce ourselves. So first and foremost, the woman of honor. Hello. And your name? Jaden. And Jaden is 8.5. He's in 3rd grade at Carroll Hill School. Hi, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you think?
I am Pastor Byron Williams. I am the proud pastor of Mother Holly.
And what, church?
The Full Baptist Church.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
I won't say the only church.
The only one for us.
That's right, that's right.
Alvin Gamble, that's my auntie.
And Alvin is very humble. He is also a town council member over in Colony.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Alvin. And he's Kevin Pompey's brother-in-law. He taught Kevin Pompey how to box. We're going to come around here because of this lovely wire.
Okay. Carlene Gamble, daughter-in-law. And my newest members of the family, Alan great-grand. So it has to do with Nigel.
Wonderful. And how old is Nigel? Almost 2 months, 3. Oh, well, Nigel, hello there. And you're so good. I remember my son was screaming at 3 months.
Stephen Figueroa, councilman for District 2.
Thank you, Steve.
Welcome, Wesley Gamble, the oldest son, my mother, Alan Gamble.
Beautiful. Thank you, Wes. District 3.
Jim Gully, District 1.
Karen Nichols, District 5. Irene Marianto, District 6. Emily Mann, District 5.
Kevin Pryor, Troy.
Kevin Pompey? No.
Kevin Pryor, Troy, look.
Angela Rose, and I'm a great aunt. She's my great aunt.
Awesome. I'm like, you're too young.
Yeah. I'm Sophia, and that's my great.
That is your son, Nigel?
Yeah.
Nigel Satterfield, that's grandma's.
Nigel the second or Nigel Junior?
Nigel the senior, and then that's not.
Awesome, beautiful, beautiful.
Lawrence Gamble, that's my mother, Eileen Gamble, and also missing is my sister, Lori Ann Steen. She's in Massachusetts. She could not make it tonight.
Let's give a great round of applause. The most important.
And my name's Karen Gamble, and this is my mother-in-law and my husband-in-law Gamble. And, we have one more who wants to introduce themselves.
Please, come on up, please, please.
My name is Alexis. This is my member of Mont Moriah, chapter number 75 of Prince Hall Order of Eastern Star. I am the worthy matron, and this is a blessing, Ms. Campbell. Thank you so much for all your dedication and everything that you do for us.
There is other family here that we dare not recognize, the Bethel Church family.
Yeah.
All here for Brother Young.
Thank you, Bethel family. Thank you. I see Olivia. Hi, Olivia, and so many other folks. Thank you. This is a beautiful night. And as Kevin mentioned, you know, it makes such perfect sense to honor our folks while they're still here. So I'd like to read this resolution, if you don't mind. It is a long resolution, but I think it's important. And I want to thank the family, for sending this to us. And I also want to thank Kevin Pryor for nominating Mrs. Campbell to
Thank you.
Aline Campbell Way. Whereas Aline Campbell, born in Manning, South Carolina in 1930, is a remarkable individual who has made a lasting impact on her community. In 1951, she made the bold decision to move to Troy, New York, where she embarked on a beautiful journey that would shape her life. And whereas shortly after her arrival in Troy, Aline married the late John Campbell, and together they built a loving family. As a proud mother of 3 children, Wesley, Lawrence, and Lorianne, Aline found joy and fulfillment in nurturing and guiding her children towards success. And whereas with a heart full of love, Aline extended her care to her grandchildren, of which she had 10, and her 5 great-grandchildren. Her family has always been a source of pride and happiness for her. And whereas in 1962, she moved to her present home on 9th Street, where she has become a cherished member of the neighborhood. Aline's commitment to maintaining her property in impeccable condition and her warm and welcoming demeanor have earned her the title of beloved ambassador on her block. Let's give it up. And whereas throughout her working years, Aline dedicated herself to various jobs, leaving a positive impact wherever she went. She began her career at the Marshall Ray Shirt Factory on River Street in Troy. You might have known my grandma, where she worked diligently until some fortunate closure. Undeterred, she later joined Crest Listo Book Company in Cahoot, where she continued to contribute until her well-deserved retirement. And whereas Aline's faith has always been an essential part of her life, as she has been a devoted member of Bethel Baptist Church for over 60 years. Her unwavering commitment to serving God has been a guiding force in her life, and she continues to actively participate in church activities, even at her advanced age. I would say not advanced. You are not advanced. You are a young 93. How about that? And whereas believing in the power of love and respect, Aline treats everyone she encounters with kindness and compassion. Her motto, if I can't help you, I will never do anything to hurt or harm you. Let's say that again. If I can't help you, I will never do anything to hurt or harm you. We need to remember that. It's really beautiful, Aline. Reflects her genuine desire to uplift others and create a harmonious environment. And whereas not only is Aline a dedicated church member, she has also been an active member of the Troy chapter of the NAACP and a strong community advocate participating in social and civic activities in her community. Aline's involvement in the Community Garden Program has been a long-standing commitment. Thank you. Her dedication to this initiative has been so profound that the garden adjacent to her home has been named the AV Community Garden in honor of Aline Gamble and the late Virginia Dixon, her dear friend and gardening partner. And whereas the City Council of the City of Troy desires to pay respect and tribute to the memory and legacy of Aline Gamble and to honor her many contributions and long service to our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the portion of 9th Street shall bear the honorary designation of Aline Gamble Way. And we will have that dedication next year. Good weather, okay? We won't do it in blizzard, but we're gonna do it ASAP in 2024. And we will dedicate 9th Street, a portion of 9th Street, Aline Gamble Way. Aline. Now, we have a motion. We have a second. All in favor and join us. Opposed? Maria? Maria, where are you? Okay, resolution. What is that? No, how about 70 ayes, 0 no's? All right, let's give it up for Aline Gamble Way. And we are not leaving because a couple folks need to say a couple words about this incredible woman that we're blessed with. Kevin Pryor.
The mother of the block, always respected you, always, happy that you, well, to your children, allowed us to, share you. You always took care of the block. When you're out, people attitudes change in a good way. But when you're in the house, you know, people seem like they can do whatever they want, so it doesn't come back out. I just wanted to say, I love you and congratulations, that you really deserve this.
And thank you, Kevin Pryor. As I say, so humble. This was Kevin's idea, folks, so let's give it up for Kevin. Now would Pastor, please.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank the city of Troy, everyone here and everyone who would like to be here but was not able for this prestigious honor to Mother Gamble. Whenever I come to Troy, to Bethel or wherever, I have to cross a bridge to get over here. I just want to acknowledge that Mother Gamble is our bridge. She's our bridge. She connects us with our yesterdays and connects us with our tomorrows. She is that bridge. And I want you to know that that part of 9th Street is well under control. She keeps the house in order, not only on that part of 9th Street, but she keeps the house in order, including me, at Bethel Baptist Church. And we bless God for her life. We thank you for this honor, and we pray that she will continue to live on in the beautiful thing that you have done. God bless you, Mother Gamble, and God keep you.
Thank you so much. Your turn, come on.
I have to really thank you. Mommy was honored a couple months ago, at an affair, and Kevin came to me, he said, Lawrence, we got to do something for your mother. And he took off running. And this is where we are. So this is because of you. Thank you. Thank you. Guy does a lot of things in the city of Troy, and he doesn't look for thank yous. And I know something happened not too long ago, and he was ready to give up. And because of his spirit, Earl Harrison, he said, called him and said, you can't give up because we need people like you to do things like this. So Kevin, thank you very much. Really, really. And keep going on, keep going on.
Thank you. I'd love for you to.
You know, yeah. You know, she's my mother-in-law, but she's more than that, more than a mother. She's a mentor. She's a prayer warrior. She keeps us, she holds us, and we know that we're loved. And she does that for her family and for the family of Troy community. She is well loved by so many people, and it's because of who she is. And it's because of the God in her.
Yeah.
She is such a mighty woman of God until that just oozes out of her unto all the people who know her and just around her. So I thank you, the city of Troy, for this, because this is well deserved, well deserved.
Good evening, everybody. I'm not gonna say much, but, Kevin and I, we grew up together. When Kevin started this project, I was applauding what he did. And I said, Kevin, special people can only do certain things because everybody can't do certain things like this. So I applaud Kevin for taking the bull by the horns, running with it. I appreciate you. All right, I appreciate what he does in the city of Troy. He works with youth. He inspires people. He inspires you. You're inspiring me right now. So, so on behalf of my mother, I want to thank you guys for giving her flowers right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, while she's alive. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you.
Steve, hold on.
Yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't say something. Good evening, everyone. Just on my way this evening, I was speaking with my youngest, one of Eileen's grandchildren, and Kevin, her message to me that I feel that I have to relay to you was Kevin is a man of the community.
Yeah.
He's always been here for the kids and he's here for everything. So thank you. And from Tavia, thank you.
I just want to say thank you to Ms. Gamble for being such a legendary woman and a pillar to the community, right? She's just leaving a legacy. She has a beautiful big family. Thank you for all your hard work, your dedication to the community, right? You're always there when it's needed, right? And also the people that comes behind you, the younger generation that comes behind you. You have set a huge example throughout many of your years, giving back to the community and being there, not only for the 9th Street block, but for everyone in the community. So thank you so much for your hard work, dedication, and this is an honor to be here in front of you, celebrating this special moment.
Did anyone else, what do you think, Jaden? What do you think about your grandma?
That's my grandma.
That's what it's all about. On behalf of the city council, we want to thank the Gamble family for sharing Aileen with us, not just tonight, but for the past 60 some odd years that you've been here in Troy. Hopefully, you'll be around for another 60 some odd years, okay? But once again, we thank the family for sharing Aileen with us, so thank you so much. And we will have the dedication, we'll have a dedication in 2024, and we'd love to get a picture, and thank you, Bethel Baptist, the community, your family, your first family and your first family here. Thank you so much, Aileen. And Aileen, would you like to add anything?
Everybody. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I love you, and I love you. And I thank my pastor for coming. I thank everybody. Because, there's only what you do for God.
Yeah.
attend a lot of city meetings. But after I get older, then you know, things have changed. I haven't been to one in a while, and I lost track of a lot of people. But I still love you. I still love you.
You're back. You're back.
Doing good work. God bless you all. And have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned for the dedication, but let's get a great group photo around Eileen, and please. bring this with-
My cousin,
It's okay, but I can't. Everybody say, Eileen, I'm great.
They're all.
All right, look at me, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And stay tuned for the dedication. Thank you. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Maria. Thank you, and, thank you for the use of your mic, Irene. All right, we're gonna get right into this. We'll open it up to the, public forum. Would anyone like to speak on any item on the agenda? David, you want to talk? All right, we're going to close the public forum. We'll get right into it. Ordinance 76.
Ordinance 76, ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept grant funding from the New York State Department of Health in the amount of $572,000 for the inventory of lead service lines within the city of Troy and amending the capital project fund budget to appropriate the grant funding. Council President Nantel, the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Steele, I think. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Conley Wilson. Discussion? Very much needed. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, ordinance 76 passes.
And for folks watching, we did, go into much more depth at the finance, these all passed finance. Ordinance 77.
Ordinance 77, ordinance amending the 2023 miscellaneous special revenue fund budget to accept grant funding from the Division of Criminal Justice Services for the purpose of gun-involved violence elimination. Council President Nantel, at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Gully. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Figueroa. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, ordinance 77 passes.
Ordinance 78.
Ordinance 78, ordinance amending the 2023 capital project fund budget. Council President Nantel, at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Gully. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Men. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, ordinance 78 passes.
Ordinance 79.
Ordinance 79, ordinance amending the general fund and miscellaneous special revenue fund budget. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Steele. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Men. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, ordinance 79 passes.
Ordinance 80.
Ordinance 80, ordinance amending the fund balance policy of the city of Troy's general fund. Council President Mantel, at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Steele. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Conley Wilson. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, ordinance 80 passes.
Resolution 105.
Resolution 105, resolution appointing a commissioner of deeds for the city of Troy. Council President Mantello.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Gully. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Soriento. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes, resolution 105 passes.
17.
What I said,
Nothing.
7 ayes, 0 noes.
Thank you. Resolution
I didn't say
107.
I did it?
No. Resolution 107.
Resolution 107, authorizing the mayor to enter into 2 agreements with the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society for the provision of animal sheltering services to the city of Troy. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion? Motion, Councilmember Steele. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Men. On the discussion, I do hope down the road that we can find, an alternative, to these, agreements, so we'll see. Hopefully. Further discussion.
Council President,
Yes.
at the
Councilmember
last-
Soriento.
at the last meeting,
I asked if, there was a way that we could change the notice from 30 days to 60 days. I haven't received an update if that was. Hold on one sec, well, thank you, Mayor.
Corporation Counsel Rick Morris did request that of them and they declined.
That's unfortunate. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Council Member Soriento, for, trying to amend these really, really tough agreements costing a lot of money. So, I mean, I know it's important at the same time. We have no other options. Further discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Me. I think it's ridiculous.
Six ayes, one no. Resolution 107 passes.
You're okay, Councilmember
I
Gillis.
know.
Yep, 110 passed. We'll now open up to the public forum, the final public forum. Would anyone like to speak on any issue that's happening in your neighborhood in the city of Torrance?
A year ago,
Oh, Eric, your just name and,
Eric Spinner. A year ago, the city of Rochester formed a housing quality study group, which just recently released its final recommendations on how the city of Rochester should proceed with dealing with issues affecting the housing stock and landlord-tenant relations in Rochester. The recommendations, some of them have already now been instituted last week by the mayor of that city. And that mayor walked up to the podium and pointed out how he was in favor of proactivity when it comes to solving crises concerning housing. And his main theme was he's pairing code enforcement with the legal system. Now, this housing quality task force began its work by first studying previous research that had been done in Rochester and the county of Monroe. Unfortunately, we here in Troy cannot begin our process of reforming the housing quality and standards of our city in the same fashion because we don't have a body of research for which to rely upon. Because for the last 8 years at a minimum, no reports have been issued pursuant to the city code. No studies were done pursuant to the city code.
yeah, the batteries aren't working.
You just want me to speak loud?
If you'd like.
perhaps somebody could add in a budget line item to get a new microphone, a new audio. Embarrassing for me to stand up here now. I got no problem doing it myself. Where last week, this council spent 4.5 hours debating on giving raises to the council and healthcare, and we don't even have a microphone that a person can speak to. True. Just appalling. Well, let me say this about Rochester. One of the things they instituted was a dedicated housing attorney who has taken office in the city of Rochester. And what he's tasked with is he's tasked with going to court and speaking to the landlords and the tenants and their lawyers to inform tenants what their rights are. So they aren't browbeaten in the hallways to submit to obscene stipulations, granting judgment in favor of the landlord for thousands of dollars while they also have to vacate their apartment. This housing attorney is also tasked with dealing with matters of retaliatory eviction. Now, some of the other points that the recommendations cover are better training for code enforcement. And the other reason I go through these points is because every single one of them is pertinent to the disaster that our city faces with regard to our own programs and policies. Fines should be added to the taxes, which they're changing their code to be able to do that. They're also proceeding to institute a plan where properties that are in foreclosure will be transferred to responsible landlords. Now, I spoke to the council previously about Rochester's programs with regard to the vacancy building registry. This is not what I'm talking about now. This has nothing to do with it. They also have a point system, something that we've had for 20-odd years in this city. And it is disgraceful that not a single person that I know of who has the authority to do anything, has actually implemented the code when it comes to this. I submit to the council that had the mayor done his job pursuant to the Troy Charter and the code, the disaster in Harbor Point Gardens would have never occurred. Because this landlord would have been taking so many points, that property would have been either shut down or repaired long ago. And this can even predate the landlord we had. It should have been instituted, and that's why I say this never would have happened. So someone needs to get on the ball of this. You know, I've heard this Madam Council President during the campaign make the point that in respect to our opponents, that we don't need 1 million new laws. We just need to enforce the laws that are on the books. We don't have to reinvent the wheel here. All these are inventing new wheels, and we can copy off of them at the same time, and we'll hit the ground running instead of starting off from scratch or doing nothing. Now, with regard to the point system, Rochester has taken it to a new level. I mentioned that they have an interactive map with regard to the building vacancy list. On that website, click for anyone to see, no oil requests, no hoops to jump through by the bureaucracy. Well, they now instituted, and you can go online and look at it, it's quite amazing. All the properties that have any rental units in them at all are listed on this map. And you can click on each and every property to find out the details and how many points they have. Now, keep in mind, this isn't just about punishing bad landlords. It's about rewarding good landlords also. And what this point system does is it allows good landlords to get recognition for being good landlords. And it allows tenants to actually participate in a housing marketplace. Because they can go online, see what a point score is, and then decide whether they can open up their wallets or be duped into going into a premise that is like Harbor Point Gardens. So I applaud the city of Rochester for moving quick. Now, they also have we don't have this, sure. They increased, which means they already have this, a fund for emergency hazard abatement. They just apportioned, while this council was again arguing over healthcare and increases in salary, they just appointed apportioned over $400,000 to this program. And what this, too bad, right? What this program does is if the city has an inspection done at a property and says, just as an example, take a look at this roof. If we don't do anything about this by next month, this whole building is gonna suffer. Well, what happens? The city comes in, finds a good contractor, pays that contractor to fix that property out of the fund, and then they go after the landlord, and I mean go after the landlord using every single tool available in state municipal law. Liens, civil contempt, every which way you can. So then the fund can get the money back to make the next repair, and it goes on endless. Now, how can city of Rochester be doing this for years? And not only have they create this program, but as I just mentioned, they added $500 million to this program. That's how successful it's been. I'm not gonna get into all the social dynamics and statistical dynamics, which are in the report. But if you look at some of the stats and data about the aging of the housing stock, the poverty level, the population decline, it all matches up with Troy. We're in the same boat. There's no way we can avoid. I would also say that Rochester made the point of saying, well, they took a look at some of the areas around them and they said landlords are getting away with all this stuff, but they're not going to get away with it in Rochester. And that's why they put some of these things in. Now,
Eric, I'm going to ask you this paragraph and now, thank you.
Now, we have a situation in this city where just about every single violation, law dealing with violations, landlord registry, 177, 188, I could stand up here, it would take the end of today for me to list how many violation ordinances have not been enforced for public registry, sidewalk repairs, gutters, flooding. So, in case anyone is not aware, in order to institute a lawsuit against the municipality, a private person such as myself must first file what's called a predicate notice. In this case, it's a notice of claim. So guess what? The last administration has now shackled the new administration because this notice of claim on the cause and theory of the continuing tort of negligence is going to seek $2.5 million from the city of Troy. And I am personally prosecuting this action against the city of Troy. And I don't give up and will not. And let me add this. With all the talk about the budget, did anyone consider the 135 tenants? You think maybe they deserve a bit of compensation, possibly, to stop the other lawsuit? Remember, this lawsuit that I'm telling you about here has nothing to do with being illegally thrown out. That's a whole other matter. That's another attorney. That's another situation. I don't have control of that anymore. But possibly, the city should be offering some money, even if it's negligible, to the tenants of Harbor Point Farms for the wrong base of it, and that might short circuit or at least put a pause on the other lawsuit that's coming. In connection with this one, it's not so much about the money, it's about change. I am seeking to force the city into a consent decree to carry forth on enforcing the laws of our city. We, right now at Harbor Point Gardens, are suffering immense flooding. Now that the snow has taken place, we have now what will be permanent standing water. Permanent ice. Every hole in the walls that still exist, in the potholes, 75 of them throughout the property,
Eric,
At the
I'm gonna ask
foundation-
you to, so wrap it up, okay?
frozen
Thank you.
solid.
Thank you.
It melts, it thaws, it melts, it thaws. You do the calculus on exactly what that'll do to the property, the continuing deterioration. And I mention that because it is now 4 months since the city levied a violation and demanded that the landlord submit a flood mitigation report. Under the laws of this state, this landlord could be shut down just by enforcing that one infrastructure. Closing out with Rochester, they also instituted a law that an LLC that owns a property in Rochester has to disclose.
Eric, I'm gonna ask you to wrap it up, fully, okay? Please follow up with us, okay?
We're gonna need to include some of these boards in this city,
Yes,
in order to be able to accomplish the goals that are necessary. To bring out housing. And never mind preserving what's going down. But at least to prevent the housing that's not at that level. from happening.
thank you so much, Eric, thank you. And we will look at Rochester's, thank you. I will take, would anyone else like to speak on any issue in the city of Troy? Okay. I will take a motion to adjourn. Second, thank you. Is there a second? Second, Councilmember Soriento, Councilmember Conley motion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next week, the December 21st finance has been moved to December 14th due to some timing of legislation, so there will be a finance, and I will be calling a special meeting following that. Thank you.